Good morning everyone. From the last class we are discussing about the international business environmental factors. Already we have discussed some of the factors are political and legal environment and also the cultural environment, how those all the influencing factors are to be there under the international level business activities. Then today's class we shall discuss about the technological environment. So, to which we are calling as a technology. Technology means it is not the only science. So, it is a application of scientific things as in a very much systematic manner. So, as per the J.K. Galbraith defines technology as a systematic application of scientific or other organized knowledge to practical tasks. If anything has been invented in the science laboratory, so if it is going to be make it application in your conduct of any business activities mean, then only it is considered in the name of technology. So that the scientific knowledge, if it is going to be applied in a systematic manner under the production of goods and services, so that will be considered in the name of technological environment. So such a technological environmental influencing factors are to be considered as a more significant under the international business activity, because the business activities means it is not only the conduct of business activities are not to be the one time action or the one time the conduct of activities. So it will be going on having its the more and more expectation in regarded with the changes. So that changes are going to be possible under the making adoption of the some of the technological, the improvement or the technological development under your conduct of business activity. When you are considering the whole world will be the market for your business, then you should must and should adopt the technological development, then only you can have the success in the market. So that will be considered as a technological environmental influencing factors as follows. The sum of the technology will be classified into the sum of the category as like the state of the art technology will be there, or the proprietary technologies, known technologies, the core technologies, leveraging technologies, supporting technologies, pacing technologies, emerging technologies, scouting technologies, idealized unknown technologies will be there. In the sense, the technology means it is not only the scientific knowledge. We can consider there are so many different type of the technologies are going to be available. May you can be having the use of any things of the technology under the conduct of your business activities to make your improvement of business. So meanwhile, those all the technologies are classified in these category. So the whatever the things are going to be produced in the business activity, might be the art is going to be also considered as a some type of the technology. How creative you are going to be preparing your all the goods and services in your business, so that is also one state of technology you can find out. And the proprietary technology, so the what will be the employer will be the owner of the business is having their knowledge. So how they are going to be making their ownership under their conduct of business activity, so that is also one term of the technology will be there. If there is a, for example, if you are a owner, if you don't know about much about the any business activities, may you can refer with the other proprietor already who are doing the same type of the business activity. You can adopt the technologies which are used by the other employer. So meanwhile, that will be considered as a proprietary technologies will be there. And the known technology, so some of the technologies are going to be invented, so that will be considered as a known technologies. And the core technologies will be there. To make the adoption of any of the certain technologies, you will be needed to have the some of the helpful the some other technologies. Those will be considered as a core technology. Core means which are the technologies are helping for making conduct of your business activity, those are the core technologies. So for example, if you are the automobile industry will be there. Meanwhile, the if the Maruti company is producing the some of the cars, here the Maruti companies are going to be adopted with a certain type of the technologies under their car engines. Meanwhile, there is a need of any changes will be there, means again it can be make it considered as under the core technology. Only the engine can be having there some of the modification to make provide the goods and services as a technologically advanced one for the customer. So that will be considered in the name of core technologies will be there. And the leveraging technologies means you are going to be bringing the technologies from the others. So that is considered as the borrowing of the technologies from the others, that will be known in the name of leveraging technologies. If there is a Indian car company is adopting the Japanese car technology, means it will be considered in the name of leveraging technologies. There is a supporting technologies will be there. Supporting technologies in the sense, so what are the innovations or the applications will be there, those are going to be making consideration, not the main technology adoption. It will be the only supporting. For example, you will be having the some of the goods and services, already you are having the brand name. If you would like to have the extension, again there is a marketing, some of the strategy you need to use, marketing, some of the technology you need to apply. So that will be considered as a supporting technology. Then the pacing technologies will be there. The pacing technology means there is a some of the adoption of the other technologies in the business activities will be considered as a pacing technology. Then the emerging technology. Emerging technology in the sense, the recently what are the technologies are going to be required under the market. So those are the emerging technologies we can consider. And there is a scouting technology will be there. Scouting technology means which are going to be hard to make the adoption. Very much developed things are going to be find out under the some of the technology and difficult to make it adoption. Those are the technologies are considered in the name of scouting technologies. And the idealized unknown technologies will be there. Many of the technologies are not to be known by the business activities, those will be considered as a idealized unknown technology. In the sense, those are there still in the minds of the employer or the minds of business owner, but still those are not at all going to be made it application into the business activity. Those will be considered as a idealized unknown technologies will be there. These are the some different category of technologies we can be find out. And the technology cycle will be there. Here there is a technological environment are going to be studied with the considering of some of the technological cycles. So awareness phase, acquisition phase, the adoption phase, the advancement phase, and the abandonment phase. So in the sense, how the technologies are going to be available for the business activity. If you would like to conduct your any international business activity, you need to go through with the consideration of technology, how it is having its the life cycle. So if you know about the technology, only the by knowing of technology, it is not possible to make it consideration under your business activity. When you have been having the awareness about the technology which is expected by the customers in the market, then you should be go through with the making purchase of such a technology. So when you have been purchased such a technology, you need to make it adoption of such a technology in your business activities. And then later on you need to come across with the advancement. If the only one technology have been adopted, that is not the final. Again there is some of the advances are going to be come across under the technology, means again you should go through making the advancement of the technology. And there is a abandonment phase will be there. Abandonment phase means again there is a technology is going to be having its some of the to the some of the extent it is going to be having it the end. So for example, when we have been come across, there is a before only there is a no televisions will be there, but later on it has been come across with the black and white television. After that there is a some of the color TVs are going to be having their existence. So later on there is a now there is a LCD, LED, the so many different technological advanced the televisions are going to be there in the market. So after some of the further period might be the television the product has been having its losing their market, because there are so many some other technologies are going to be arising in the market. So that will be considered the phase of technology is having its life cycle, as from the awareness to the abandonment phase will be there. Again there is a new thing will be having its development, mean there is a old technology is come across with its end. Then how the impact of technology will be there in the business activities. So there is a social implications will be there, economic implications will be there, and the plant level changes are also there. So when you are making conduct of your international business activity, the technology is considered as a very much significant, because you are providing your goods and services to the whole world. So your customers are not to be identified in a one single group. There are so many different category of customers will be available. So meanwhile you need to consider all those customer needs and wants, mean it should be needed to adopt with the so many different type of the technology which is having its advancement under this market. So meanwhile here there is a making the implication of technology under your business activity, it is making impact very much differentiated under your business concern, because there is a social implication is also there. Social implication in the sense, if you are adopting the particular advanced technology, whether it is accepted by the customers in the society or not. If it is not accepted, so then your business will be come across with a failure. So for example, if we are considering, before there is a only typewriters will be there in any office to make the type, so typing of any letters or anything. Now it is having a technological advancement has brought up with the introduction of computer systems. So if there is a socially, the people who are working in office, if they have not been adopted with this technology, so then there is a, the socially, if they are not ready to make consideration of such a technological advancement, so then it is making the very much impact, bad impact on the product of computer. So for that reason, there is a social implications are to be considered. When you are making implication of any technology, it should be accepted by the society. For that reason, there is a, even though there is a, in the office there is a computer system, when it has been introduced in the beginning, many of the people are going to be opposed, but even though when there is a proper education facility or the training will be given for those, for them, so there is a adoption of such a technology has been also considered, so effective manner. So that will be considered impact of the technology is on the social implication. So that is also you need to consider before going to adopt your technology. And the economic implication will be there. Technology means it will not be bringing with the free manner, it will be having the sum of the expenditure. So and when there is a expenditure will be there, there is a returns or the benefits are also going to be available under such advanced technology adoption. For that reason, you need to come across, if you are making implication of any technology in your business, whether it will be bringing you the more benefit than the cost incurred by the incurred for your technology adoption, that you need to identify. If you are having the less cost with the more benefit under your technology implication, so then you are going to be having the much more success under your conduct of business with the implication of the new technology. So such a economic terms are also you need to consider in regarded with the technological implication. And there is a plant level changes. Technology means it is not only with the consideration of idea generation, it will be there under the action. For that reason, in the plant level, from the level of plant itself, there is a need to have the some more changes under your implication of the technology. So for example, if you would like to make the produce of the any differentiated technological advanced product, so for that reason there is a need of new machinery. For that installation of new machinery, there is a separate new plants are going to be needed. The very much plant level, there is a changes are going to be there under the technological implication. So that should be also you need to consider under the technological environmental influencing factor. Then there is a, under the social implication which we have been come across, the high expectations of the consumers will be there, system complexity will be there, social changes, the social system, these all the things they need to consider about the society before go to make the implication of any technology under the business activity. As being you are making conduct of international business activity means, so there is a whole world will be considered as a one society or one market. You should consider of these all the social implications before go to make the technological technological environmental aspects. Then in related with the economic implications, we should consider increased productivity, whether your technology which you are adopting, whether it is increasing the productivity or not, whether there is a need of any research and development expenditure for making conduct of your technological implication, and whether there is a intellectual jobs are going to be required for making such a type of the technological adoption in your business, and the problems which are going to be occurring in the technological implication, because the technical it is a new knowledge means it should be needed to have the specific structure. If there is any problem occurs, how it should be make it solved, that is also needed to already known by the technological, the skillful people under the business organization. and the increased regulation and the stiff opposition will be there. Many of the time there is a more and more people are going to be opposing such a type of the technological new adoption, and also increased regulation. The regulations are going to be, the rules are going to be framed for making the impact of the technology. For that reason, as economically, if you are going to be having the any technological implication, economically these all the some of the things are going to be arising. For that should be also already you should be needed to consider, make it analysis before go to make the conduct of your business under the technological improvement. The rise and decline of products under organization. Either your technological improvement are going to be bringing you rise or the decline under your products in the organization. That should be also you should be having the assessment. And the boundaries redefined. Under the technological implication, you should be having the boundaries to be under the one particular restricted manner. So it means within that boundary only you should make it perform. If you are making your technological implication what they have been said under the technologies, that is only you need to consider. If you are making the excess, means it is going to be having the failure. For example, if one machine has been making the production of only 10,000 products in a day. So meanwhile, if you are making use of such a machinery as in a more than making use of such a machinery to make production more than 10,000 units, means so it will be losing its the strength. So that will be needed to consider. There is a boundaries are redefined under the technologies. So that should be needed to follow by the business organization. And the training of the scientists and the engineers will be there. When you are making conduct of technological aspects, you should be needed to give some trainings in related with all the technologies which are there under the implication under your business activity. Even scientists will be there or the engineers, they should get their training to make adoption of such all the technologies in your organization. And in the plant level, there is a changes are going to be also considered, as you need to go for making changes in your organizational structure, or the resistance to change will be there. So many of the employees are not ready to make the adoption of such a technological improvement. That should be you need to consider. And the fear of risk. If any new technology will be there, means either it is possible to make the action or not. So that is also the risk of fear will be there under the technological improvement. So for example, if there is in the any one business organization, new machines are going to be purchased by the business which is the technologically advanced one. How to make operate of that machine will not be known by the employee, mean he will be getting the fear to make operate of such a machine. So when he is under the fear, there is a risk will be there to be having the work performance from such a employee. So that will be under the plant level. There is a changes you should make it. You should train the employees without fear. They should make their working condition. So that will be also you need to consider before make the technological any improvements. And the e-commerce, there is a commercially there is a plant level changes are to be bringing as with the very much. So cost and the expenditure will be there. That should be you need to consider. The electronically, so there is a things are going to be changed, it means it will be costing more for the business organization. And the patenting will be there, or the transportation, markets, technology transfer, production in regarded with the technological implication. These all the plant level means basically fundamentally there is a implication of technology will be making many more changes from the plant level in the business organization. So by knowing of all these technological environmental aspects, then only you can be having the conduct of your international business activities in a very effective manner. Because when you would like to enter into the international business activities, you should be having the more and more influences about the technological advancement. So because there is a competition will be there in the market with having the new technology advanced, the goods and services are to be provided into the market. For that reason, you need to concentrate with the technological environment for your conduct of international business activities. Then the next environmental influencing factor will be the economic factor. So under the economic factor, there are some of the factors are going to be considered before go to make the conduct of the international business activity. Those economic environmental factors are to be like the classification of countries on the basis of income. when you would like to make conduct of your international business activity, you need to make known of the what will be the classification of countries will be there on the basis of income. The basis of income, there is a so many different classification will be there. Lower level income economies will be there, or the higher level economies will be there, or there is a the average income countries are also there. So meanwhile, in which economy you would like to make conduct of your business activity. So for example, if your goods and services are to be produced at a higher prices and going to be enter into the lower level income countries, or in the lower level income economy, so then there is a products are not at all going to be having the much more marketing or the sales, because there is a people under the such economy will be having the lower level income. They cannot make buy of your higher priced goods. For that reason, before go to make conduct of your international business activity, you need to come across with the countries which are having their economical development or the economical condition on the basis of their incomes. Then there is a regional wise classification of the countries will be there. Regional wise classification means we can see, consider there is a north, east, west, like as there is a so many differentiation will be there among those all the regions. So as like Asian countries are to be having the different type of the economy, and there is a so American economies are to be different, European economies are to be different. Like that, there is a regional wise how there is a economically things are going on under the countries. That should be also you need to know under the economic environment. Then the economies in transition. So what will be the things are going to be having their transaction under the economies will be also you need to come across. So as like in the democracy country, so what will be the transition or the transactions will be going on, the mode of transaction, how it is going to be there under the sum of the economy. If there is a countries are going to be as like there is a dictatorship will be there, authoritarian economies will be there. In those cases, how there is a business activities will be making your influence, making it influences. So those all the things you need to come across under the economic environment. And the economic scenarios means how there is a GDP will be there, national income will be going on, how there is a employment opportunities will be there, how there is a poverty will be there, how there is a people savings will be there, or there is a consumption patterns will be there. These all the economic scenarios, how the demand and supply will be going on changes. These all the economic scenario you should be come across under the economic environment. And the financial system, what will be the financial systems are going to be there under the particular economic and particular economy, that should be also you should be known. Financial system in the sense how there is a lending and borrowing things will be going on, interest rates will be there, the what will be the accounting standards will be there, tax rate will be there, so what will be the trade tariffs will be there. These all the things you need to come across under the financial system, which is under the economic environment. And the economic policy, so there are so many different type of the policy will be there. So as like monetary policy will be there, fiscal policy will be there, and to make conduct of your business activity, how there is a restrictions will be there, what type of the goods and services will be needed to consider only under the legal, or which are to be considered as under the illegal. These all the economic policy you need to be considered under the economic environment before go to conduct your the international business activity. And the structural adjustment, in the sense there is a economical things are going to be considered. Structural adjustment means when you are making conduct of your international business activities to be under the any other economic environment. So meanwhile you need to go through with the making the changes under your organizational structure, how there is adjustment you need to make it perform under such a economy. So that should be also you need to consider under the economic environment. For example, what will be the business organization structure will be there in India, same pattern you cannot make it perform under the America. The organization structure may you can be having the changes, like there is a here the managing director will be there and the employees will be there, like that it will be there. But there in the America may they can be having their organization structural changes, like there is a CEO will be having the supreme authority. So in the say in the very much differentiated manner might be there is a structure of such a organizational adjustments are to be there. Those all the economical environment you need to consider under your international business activities. And what will be the merits and demerits of the market, and the command and the mixed economy will be there. So there is a economies are going to be find out as like there is a mixed economy will be there. So the democratic economy will be there, or there is a autocratic economy will be there. Some are going to be considered as a mixed economy. Under the mixed economy, the command mixed economy. So when there is a economy will be under commanding or under the mixed economy, how there is a market will be bringing you with the some of the merits and the demerits. Those are the points we can be come across here. So the denial of individual freedom will be there. So when there is a mixed economy will be there, here there is a the more and more freedom will be given for the individual. Individual can make it by any of the things or the any of the goods and services. Even under the command economy, there is a goods and services are going to be produced in the market. What are the goods and services are produced to the market, that is only they need to make it by. So such a freedom is only there under the mixed economy and the command economy. And the commitment to work, under these type of the economy, the people are having the behavior like as a they are committed to the work. They will be having much more significant things for the making conduct of their work, because they would like to make much more expenditure for their consumption, means they need to have their much more commitment with the work. Such a economical condition we can find out here, because there is a nothing will be given as a free manner for the people who are there under the economy. For that reason they are committed to work to make their productivity or to make their earning will be done under their conduct of their working of their business. In the rate of economic growth, so here there is a economic growth will be also we can find out as in a very the higher rate under the mixed economy, because the individuals are to be committed to work, means there is a productivity will be more. When productivity will be more, means there is a employment opportunity will be more. When there is a employment will be there, productivity will be there, means these all the economic influences will be there to have the growth of the economy. So rate of economic growth will be considerably at a higher level. And the equality, under the mixed economy we can be find out there is a equality will be there among the people. There is a no any one person will be considered as a supreme here. This will be making as the equality between the people, so that will be having the economical condition. And the luxurious lifestyle, the people are going to be would like to have their luxurious lifestyle or the making improvement of their living standards. The lack of flexibility, but here there is under the command economy we cannot see much more flexibility. So there is a only the certain things, goods and services are going to be having their the market. So there is a no much changes are going to be find out under these type of the economy. And there is a protectionism will be there under the economic environment. We shall also consider the terms of like or the factors like protectionism, the tariff barriers, the quotas and the non-tariff barriers. To make the production of the economy, there are some of the factors are going to be considered in the each and every economy. Those will be considered in the name of protectionism. Protectionism means by which trade between the country is restricted in some way, normally through measures to reduce the number of imports coming into the country. If there is a no restrictions will be there, may the economies are going to be having much more imports in some of the cases. For that there is a economy will be losing its money. If you are the country making the much more import activities, means you will be losing the economic value from your country to the another country. For that reason there is a need to come across with the protectionism for your economy. For that reason there is a tariff barriers. Tariff, some of the restrictions are going to be done. Quotas means there is a restriction in the quantity to make the import, that will be known as a quotas. If for example if there is a America is making the purchase of some of the goods from the India, there is a America has been restricted only to that extent of quantity you can make it import. So more than that if they are making their purchases or import from India, means it will be having the penalized, means it will be bring out with the some of the penalty. So that will be considered as a protectionism. And the non-tariff barriers. So non-tariff barriers means there is some of the business activities will be conducted without having the tax implication. So that will be known as the non-tariff barriers. So there are so many difficulties will be there under the non-tariff barriers. So those are to be considered as the economical influencing factors under the conduct of your international business activities. Whatever may be, there is a difficulty under the conduct of international business activities in regarded with the trade tariffs, and some of the trade blocks will be there. But even though trade liberalization has been, the concept has been introduced, the removal of or reduction in the trade practices that which are going to be making the free flow of goods for and the services from one nation to the another. There is the World Economic Forum has been prepared with the some of the national level, the trading activities are to be in a very much liberated manner, so that there is a World Trade Organization has been made the preparation. So through that, it includes the dismantling of tariffs such as like duties and the surcharge and the export subsidies. These all are going to be made it considered, making the conduct of business activities beyond the nation, as well as non-tariff barriers such as licensing regulations, the quotas and the arbitrary standards. These all the things are going to be come across under the, so making the trading activities between the countries will be at a very easy way, or without having the much more restrictions will be find out under the trade liberalization. So these are the some of the economic environmental influencing factor to be considered under the conduct of international business activity. So these are the economic, political environment, legal environment, cultural environment. Then there is a economic environment and the technological environment. These all the environmental influencing factor will be considered to make conduct of your international business activity. These factors are going to be make it analyze it, then only you can be easily make the conduct of your international business activity. So this is about the international business environmental influencing factors. Thank you.